how do you process that, especially the second half when the midfield was bent pretty badly?
Yeah. You know, we had a meeting about it. Just you just don't sugarcoat it. We just outplayed. That's real. The numbers don't lie. It's a bit like what Faye said. It hasn't been a pattern for us. Our contest has been really strong the last few weeks. I asked the group about, apparently they had Brisbane, apparently they had a really stern and honest session about their contest and stuff, and I said, do you need that from me? Do you want that? I just don't think we need that. I just think we've got a lot of trust in our group. Hasn't been a pattern, but it's disappointing. Yeah, we've got work to do.
3 of your last 4, you lost after...
Well, I'll tell you this, we've won one of our last 2.
One of your last 2?
Yeah.
So don't look further back than that.
It's feedback though, it's fair, it's feedback, but I just have a positive lens. Yeah, we've won one of our last 2.
It's fair enough, but I mean, the fact you were 10 points clear in the line not so long ago, now you're second, it's...
Yeah,
I
it's feedback. We've had 3 games in 4 weeks. The game's given us feedback, and somewhat different feedback tonight. It's around the contest mainly, but the other weeks were a little bit similar. But I was probably more frustrated after the Fremantle loss, to be honest, because the numbers suggested we played quite well. Our pressure was really high. Tonight we were outplayed by a really good team, like a really good team, a hungry team. As I said after Fremantle, it's good to get that lesson now, isn't it? Like that against an opposition that's hungry. But our second quarter is something. Again, I look at the things that we do well versus the things we don't do well, mostly, without shying away from them. But our second quarter was pretty dominant. They had 5 inside 50s, I think they had. So I want to dig into that and work out why that was the case, and let's repeat that behaviour.
Pretty similar form line to end of 23. Do you take anything out of that?
We're a different team. I'll say that. No, not really.
You're confident things can, you've obviously got 5 day break this week, but you're confident in the group that things can turn around quickly in time for the business?
Yeah, I'm an internal optimist. But I have so much trust and belief. If you're a Collingwood supporter at home, you'd think, geez, we played probably as bad as we played since round 0. That's real. But that would be disrespecting Brisbane's hunt and pressure, and we invited pressure by handballing way too much. I actually sent the runner out 3 times to say, can we kick the ball? You could hear even the supporters going, can you kick it? And they Bronx cheered us when we kicked the ball. So you invite pressure. So those things we can improve. But no, I've got great belief in this team. And for obvious reasons, because there's so much trust built. The evidence was I'm not sure still, but we've been pretty close to being the best defence in the competition still. But we've got work to do.
Do you like what you saw out of Jordan De Goey tonight?
Yeah. Well, there's a positive. Like we were coming with a bit of a plan to get Geordie moving and get Bobby into the game where needed, and both pulled up well, I think. It's the long game for those 2 guys. They're huge, important players for us when they're fitting well, and we're trying to get them fitting well. Big step forwards.
It worked out well that you could, you get 2.5 quarters or so out of Jordan De Goey, and then the other minutes out of Bobby when you're planning and mapping out their program for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think so. I think this was a deliberate plan, and we were able to execute it. I think there's, ideally would have been good to get Bobby on a bit earlier, because we'd already done the sub form, and then there's a bit of mood music, isn't it? Yeah. Just to give some.
It's like a fire or something.
Are we okay? We don't have to.
Chloe Smith, if you are still around the MCG, please go to Gate 1.
There you go.
Again, Chloe Smith, if you are still at the MCG, please go to Gate 1. Thank you.
Chloe, get home. Yeah. No, we had a deliberate plan around those guys, and we were able to execute. I don't think it affected the game. Geordie had reasonable impact when he was on, and we think they'll be better for the run.
Has the last few months, the wins you've built up, the ladder position being, leading into this round and game a bit clear, had that given you that kind of luxury to sort of have one eye to September?
I think we've managed our players at training and in games better than we've ever done it. Now, that doesn't mean anything. Time will tell, won't it? But I feel like we think the loads of our players are in good shape. So we'd like to think it'll pay us back somewhere.
So there's no, I mean, I know it's kind of answered it in a way, but there's just definitely no concerns that you're running out of puff at the wrong time of the year at all?
Well, that 3 out of the last 4, or last week we're okay. Again, time will tell on that, but we're getting feedback. So what we're doing with the feedback, that's really important. Lessons learning and growing, and we're not going to stand still. I said to the players here, we'll see you Tuesday with a smile on your face, ready to get better. Yeah, that's where we've got to live. And we can't afford to be smashing the contest, and we can't afford to give the opposition the ball by just handling way too much and inviting pressure. They're things that we've got to get better. But we're back here in 4 or 5 days. So we've got a great chance to turn that around real quick.
Just back on Bobby, great mark. That must give him big confidence going forward.
Yeah, no, it's good to see him out there playing and smiling, and the crowd really appreciate him. He's a fan favourite, so positive step forward for him. Yeah.
Did you rest any of your senior players, your oldest players, for next week with the 5-day break?
It'll be a GPS thing, and load and injuries and things like that, or soreness. We'll weigh all that up. Again, I trust Jared Wade with my life. He's the best I've ever worked with. He's so smart with this stuff, so I just let the experts do their role. We're in a qualifying phase. We're all getting feedback. There's 2 cycles to this competition. One's qualify, get your game in good order. Watched Hawthorn Adelaide last night. Really competitive, strong, finals-like game. And we're all trying to get ourselves in position to do that. What we do in the meantime to get there, sometimes there's just a line in the sand and you go, okay, what was, and then let's just be this. So we're still adapting ourselves to be that team.
You mentioned defence earlier. It's the second time in 3 weeks where a key forward's really got a hole in your back line.
Yeah, that's real.
Does that become any concern at all?
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, and you look, Howie hasn't played those weeks. So there's are we too heavily relying on Howie? And Billy Frampton got through the VFL today. I was really pleased with his game. There's some concerns. Yeah, you deal in facts. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you expect Howe to come back in for Thursday night?
I hope so, based on the last comment. But I think it's he's positioning himself to be available. But again, he's got to get through training and things like that. But I'll go back in time with the question just a bit further. We rely heavily on system in our defence. So to put the finger at some individual or individuals, that's not what we do. It's our goals we score, and it's our goals we concede. So we all own that.
Any injury concerns from tonight?
Not at this stage. No.
Cool.
Thank you.